making my best friend a quilt.
Don't need someone to save me, no, and don't come running to blame me.
This is so beautiful.
From miles away I can tell that something's off. The way you look and how you pause when you talk, I think
I love it.
you said you love for me.
Hey friends, I'm Laura. Welcome to my channel. In this video, we are going to be making my best friend a quilt, and I am so excited. Her birthday is coming up in a couple of weeks, and I just finished my very first quilt ever and so motivated to make like a million more quilts, and I have one in mind for her for a pattern that I have been wanting to try. So I am gonna take you along on the journey. I start off by making my own pattern, and this is something I've kind of been doing with almost all of my projects. I don't like to follow a pattern for an entire quilt. I like to find a quilt block that I like or a pattern that I like and adjust it to what I have in my brain. So what I have decided to do for this pattern that I found is to only do this center section, so the green and inward, and I'm going to do all my own colors and fabrics obviously, and I'm going to do my own size. So I am doing a very particular size that I thought would look good. So I have drawn it out. This is what I've done with all my quilts so far. And you can see I just used some different markers I had to highlight each layer of the Around the World quilt. And then on the side here, I have a list of how many squares I need of each layer. So each layer will be a different fabric. And for layer number 1, which is the very center square, I only need 1. For layer 2, I need 4 of those squares. For layer 3, I need 8, onward and up. The way that I have planned this is for it to be a total of 65 inches wide, 85 inches long, without a border. The next step is figuring out what size I want to make each of these quilting squares. I am going with 5.5 by 5.5 inches, which I've written on the top here. I'm calling this a starburst quilt, even though I have since found out it is called Trip Around the World. I chose 5.5 by 5.5 because it's a really good size to still see the motifs of larger patterned fabrics. So sometimes if your pattern is really large and you're just cutting like little tiny pieces out of it, you can't tell what the pattern is supposed to be. So I chose something that is large enough to showcase the primary fabric that I picked out for her quilt, which I'm really excited about. So that's where I started. I drew it out, I decided the size of each square, and then I wrote down how many of each layer I'm going to need. So now I gotta get to work cutting the fabric, laying out my squares as I go along to see if I like the direction that it's taking or if I want to move certain layers around and shift them with one another. It's just a really good way to make sure that I end up with a design at the end that I really like. So let's get to work doing that. The primary fabric that I'm using for this quilt is this adorable patterned fabric that has beetles and butterflies on it. And my best friend is obsessed with insects. She especially loves beetles. She has a garden and just loves to see all the colorful butterflies and beetles and all the fun bugs and stuff. So I think she likes the motif more than it in real life, but it's a really cute motif, and so I thought that would be perfect to create a quilt or picnic blanket for her. And my idea is that this quilt can be used as a picnic blanket for her family. So I thought beetles and butterflies are such a cute motif for a picnic blanket. She also loves color though, and this is a very dull fabric in terms of color and contrast. It has a cream background and then it's got light brown bugs on it. So essentially what I need to do is figure out the best way to bring in pops of color with other fabrics. So I'm going to start laying things out, cutting some squares up, and seeing how this evolves.
Something's off, the way you look and how you pause when you talk. I think you said enough. You be honest for a second. Yeah, you're being over your head, babe. 'Cause there is no one other than me that can make you feel the way you feel when I hold you. I think I said enough. You said your love for me something brand new. You said this is something you would never do. Here we are in a car. Let me see who you are, who you really are. Yeah, don't need you here to say you're sorry. 'Cause if you're gonna leave me, then just do it. Don't take it slow, don't be gentle. No, I just gotta know if you're gonna leave me, then just do it. Ooh, 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 just do it. Don't need you here to say you're sorry. 'Cause if you're gonna leave me, then just do it. Don't take it slow, don't be gentle. No, I just gotta know if you're gonna leave me, then just do it. Come pick me up, drag me from the shadows, babe. Give me your love, you'll be my escape. Come turn me on, key inside the engine, babe. Lead the way, it's okay. Front seat, calling shotgun, my lover. Driving through the city lights. Haunted by my past, I was certain, but now I see the signs. R.I.P. to the boys who never left me. R.I.P. to the heartbreak and the nonsense. R.I.P. to the boys who screwed me over. R.I.P. R.I.P. Take my hand, kiss me in the neon light. I want it bad, 'cause you love me right. I never thought that I could deserve this kind of love, but now I got you, my baby. Love, front seat, calling shotgun, my lover. Driving at the speed of light. Haunted by my fears, I was heading. I see my future now. R.I.P. to the boys who never left me. R.I.P. to the heartbreak and the nonsense. R.I.P. to the boys who screwed me over. R.I.P. R.I.P. May never thought I was enough, my baby. Kept me around 'cause I was fine, just crazy. Not really someone they could love, my baby. Then you came into my life. R.I.P. to the boys who never left me. R.I.P. to the heartbreak and the nonsense. R.I.P. to the boys who screwed me over. R.I.P. 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 to the boys who never left me. R.I.P. to the heartbreak and the nonsense.
So this was actually perfect timing. I received an email over the weekend about a more efficient way to do patchwork. And it was a blog post, which isn't my preferred method of learning. I really kind of need a video to watch the process. But I took what I could away from the blog post and the photos that were included there and was like, okay, with my vague understanding, I'm going to try to wing this and I hope it turns out okay. And essentially what you do is you sew your first 2 blocks in your first row together, and then you chain piece the first 2 blocks of the following rows afterwards. And then when you get to the end of that section, you cut it and then you piece your third and then your fourth and then your fifth. But you do that all the way down in these columns, which leads to these sections that are already pieced together with this thread here for the chain stitching. So basically all I need to do when I'm done with these rows is I need to iron each row in a different way for the seams to have, for them to lie flat next to each other. And then this will be super easy to remember the order because they're already stitched together. And so when I go to sew the rows together, what I will do is line them up like this and then run it through the sewing machine like that. You can see it come together even before it's all together. It's really neat. So this is what it looks like so far. So I essentially grouped this giant quilt into 6 different sections, and each section has 5 or 6 rows and columns in it, so about 36 blocks. And yeah, just piecing it together in sections of 30 blocks together. And the whole point of this, besides keeping it a little bit tidier as you're working, it's an easier way for each section to come together. And then at the end, instead of having to sew these really long, unmanageable rows together as they add up, you basically have these manageable sized rectangles and you're just going to sew them together. And so I feel like this is maybe going to be easier, I hope.
Someone came for us and showed us what we lost. And I'm writing to myself about
I ironed everything. You can see everything in this row is ironed to the right. Everything in this row is ironed to the left. You can see there. And then this one's to the right, to the left, so on. And now I am just going to put these right sides together and sew each of these rows together with the nesting seams.
You're on my mind this week. The lows are deep. I fall into the refuge that is sleep. There's nothing in my view but images of you 1,000 times. The summer came for us and showed us what we lost. I'm writing to myself about the things you said, about the things you said. Love is nothing but an echo, a memory you can't deny. Life is nothing but a vision, a play without a stage, an ocean without waves. The summer came for us. I remember what I lost. I'm riding to my.
Okay, it is time to put the layers of the quilt together. I've got my quilt top face down. Next will be batting, and then I will put on the backing fabric. I have some fixative spray. It's temporary adhesive for fabric, and I don't know, I used it last time. It was helpful, but it's also hard because if things stick with like a wrinkle in them, then you have to pull all the fabric apart and like rip the glue apart and then re-adhere it back together when the fabric is like in a more unwrinkled place. And that's really hard to do when you've got 3 layers because that means you can't see the bottom 2 layers. So I've also got some pets around here. You can see my cat right there. She's hunting, so she keeps jumping on the quilt and creating little pockets of wrinkles everywhere. So this will be fun. The spray adhesive is just to hold it together temporarily while I put my pins in. So I think I'll do one layer at a time and see how that goes, and then try to pin it all together.
I hope we don't fail to see the beauty of being free. Don't forget what you love the most. I just wanna keep you close, so we have to give it one more try before the idiots are taking over. They're caught up in the race of wanting more, and we can tell one from the other. No one can tell you what they're running from. No one knows anymore. What's it for? What's it for? There's so much more than we've been told, way beyond what we can hold. So keep your eyes open for the things that really matter. Oh, we have to give it one more try now that the idiots are taking over. They're caught up in the race of wanting more, and we can tell one from the other. No one can tell you what they're running from. No one knows anymore. What's it for? What's it for? Oh no.
I've got my quilt sandwich here, and now I have to do the binding. This is going to be my first time ever doing a patterned binding, so I'm excited for that. And you might notice I have a new machine here. Mine has been giving me tension problems since I first started quilting this spring, and this project is due tomorrow morning when we are going out of town with my best friend for her birthday trip. And no matter what troubleshooting I did, and I did so much of it, I could not fix the other machine and the recurring tension problem, which has been happening for months. So I even had my mother-in-law walk me through it and her ideas. I did all of her ideas, and even her with 20 years of quilting experience could not figure out what was wrong with this machine, aside from the fact that it's like 13 years old, so, or even older than that. So anyway, I bit the bullet and went out and got a new machine. So yeah, that was quite unexpected, but I've got to finish this gift up, and I am going to put this binding on. So I'm gonna work on that and hopefully get this done so I can go to bed.
One more time before it's over. They're caught up in the race of wanting more, and we can tell one from the other. No one can tell you what they're running from. No one knows anymore. What's it for? What's it for?
Oh, you guys, I might cry. Oh my goodness!
Did you make that?
She did!
Oh my gosh.
Made for Renee Johnson from Laura Bailey. Oh, this is so beautiful! What in the world? This is so cute! Oh my gosh! The bugs! Oh, I love it! I I chose the bugs just for you.
Laura, this is amazing.
Thanks.
Is it a picnic
The
blanket?
mushrooms.
It is a picnic blanket.
This is crazy.
What a wasted time. Should have been here on the outside, read the signs. Used to call you mine. Gave it my best, but I don't need one more try. 'Cause maybe I'm all out of hope. Could I find it when I go? Think we're only here to stay alive now. Funny, we ran out of kicks. Now you only make me sick. Think we're only here to stay alive now. 'Cause I know what a waste, what a crime, what a time, and I should go. So I take what I can and I toss it in the car. Drive away down the highway, I can't stay.
Couldn't be more perfect. Like the weather,
The sun glistening.
It's time to go. You can pass the blame. Say what you want, you got nothing on me. We won't be the same. Don't you call me up, 'cause we badly need this change.